Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to What's Map, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. Well, it's Friday today. We hand the reins over to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and say to them, hey guys, vote me in a map. And they've gone for this one. It is 100% vanilla. It's requested by the creator Random5, who you've probably seen on the show before. And it's very vanilla. Now, it's kind of the day after a glorious map, so it's always going to be a bit of a come down after a glorious map. But this map does have some interesting features in it, such as a vanilla dam, which is going to need deconstructing to see how it was done. And you know how much we always enjoy doing that. And what do we do when we enjoy something? Well, we like it. That's right, enjoying the show really does support the channel, gets me seen by more people and helps me grow a little bit more every single day. Thank you for your support. Today's map is Two Peaks Vanilla by a Random5. Not Twin Peaks, nope, Two Peaks. And they're the ones, obviously, the bottom part of the screen there. Here is your start square, plenty of buildable space there. Probably a little bit too much river, maybe, in the start square. There's your terrain heights, and again it's two river valleys and two peaks. What more can we say? And then your resources look like this. Oil on the top of the hills. Okay, if you say so. But yes, it's very vanilla and very workable. And those are your fishing options if you are into fishing. And why wouldn't you be into fishing? Okay, off to the workshop. What do we need? Well, nothing. It's 100% vanilla, a little bit of a write-up to read through if you like that kind of thing. We'll be using the vanilla temperate theme and the realistic 1.2 LUT. Although we can choose to our favourite theme or LUTs according to Random5. Well, if nothing's recommended, we just go with the standard. And those are the rules on this show, the self-imposed rules, and I try to stick with them unless there's a very good reason not to. Well, this particular map, if we'd used a non-vanilla theme, would probably look a lot better, and it may possibly have got towards an extra star, maybe. But as I say, there's nothing recommended, so what am I supposed to do? Give myself the extra star for choosing a really nice theme for it? No, that's not how this works. Okay, first intersection here, and this leads to the big bridge, because if a map is a map without a big bridge, there it is over there. We're going to have a look at that when we come back this way along the rail. Okay, if that's all right with you? Yeah. Let's just say it's a big bridge. There's not really too much else to go there. Okay, as we are at this level, we look around the hills as a background. They seem usable, you know, they seem workable. They're not the ugly blobby hills that sometimes we see in vanilla maps. There is good stuff to say about this map. I'm having to say this because yesterday's was so nice that this one's just looking very ordinary in comparison. Anyway, perfectly good bridge there. Trees underneath here I feel probably should be thinned out a little bit. They probably wouldn't be surviving under there, but there's nothing clipping through, so maybe it's a recently built bridge and they haven't had a chance to die out yet. Yeah, there's always an explanation. Right, down to our next intersection. These intersections are worked really nicely, and I quite like the vanilla detailing of the trees. We've got nothing clipping. We've got a little bit of garbage dumped. In fact, all over the map there's little piles of garbage dumped here and there, and so yeah, maybe there's a lot of fly tipping going on in Two Peaks. Right, this is your start square intersection. It's very nice. I quite like the way it's off center, a little bit squiff, as we say, a little bit skewiff. I'm gonna say that this road, look at this, that goes the other way, bends quite nicely, that one. This side is a little bit weird. You see how it bends and then bends back the other way and bends off again. Now, what I'm talking about, if just grabbing that central segment, just somewhere around about there. I mean, it's not quite popped into place, but see how that bends just a little bit? It's negligible amounts of bend going on here. Let me just get rid of the zoning. There's fixed. There you go. Those little squares have gone now. Right, so heading down this zoning road into what is the start square. Plenty of buildable space in the start square. Nothing to get in the way. No rocks, no trees. Just a little bit of water around the edge. And we have a classic today. A classic. Possibly the asset of the moment. It's by Macwelshman, and this is Fallingwater by Lloyd Wright. There is actually the moving water in there. I know it's a little bit glitchy, but we will be playing this at proper speed before we move on. Right, factoids, because factoids, I've lost my page. Got me page. On today's date, the 15th of May in 1948, the Australian touring team, that would be cricket, scored a world record total of runs in one day. In just under 6 hours, they made 721 all out against Essex at South Church Park in Southend. There you go, today's asset of the day. Sorry, so today's factoid of the day, if you know it. Oh, have a look in here. Have a look at the roaring fire. Look at the roaring fire in there. That is that's attention to detail right there. And then we've got the moving. Now we're just going to switch it there. This is normal speed now. This is normal speed. So yeah, that glitchiness should now be gone. See how that flows much more nicely, that does. But yes, Fallingwater by Lloyd Wright by Macwelshman. That is absolutely beautiful. Yeah, I play the game when I'm doing these fly-throughs on a slower speed. It allows for smoother camera movement, and the whole thing is less janky than it would be if I was running at 100%. So yeah, I pumped it up there for that. We've got rail overhead. This is very nice. And I like the pillar placement there. And then we have tunnels that run through this central ridge and come out over here. And again, I've got no grumbles with this. This works perfectly fine, perfectly lovely, and works lovely. Right, we've done that. We're now heading back over to the other side of the river. And this is a perfectly lovely bridge. Can't make there's nothing to grumble with that at all. Maybe some foliage under the bridge, possibly a little bit. Now, remember I said about a vanilla dam that will be deconstructed. That's coming up in a moment. We won't actually be deconstructing it until later on in the show, because first half of the show, all we're doing is looking at the networks and the general lay of the land. But here is that vanilla dam. And the bit at this end's the most interesting bit. The other end is fine. But have a little look at this. How do you think this was put together? Okay, the chimneys, the very industrial look to it, the big old blocks. Yeah, we'll rip that apart in a few moments, but that's quite neat. I'll leave you to think on that one. We will come back. Okay, so the highways carry on from here towards the edge and the fog. Not too much more to see along here. Just this one little simple crossover intersection. That's very neat and tidy. And then we'll have a look at the rail. There's not too much to say about the rail. The rail is mostly fine. I mean, it's a pretty flat map, so you'd expect it to be mostly fine. Random 5 has plenty of experience in building maps, so you'd expect them not to do anything very stupid. And they haven't done anything very stupid, which is good. A couple of sidings down here by the industrial-looking dam. And the only way to describe this dam is say it's no Revelstoke Dam. And we've seen some other various vanilla construction dams, and this would fall into that category. But this one's by far the most industrial looking. Okay, following the rail along here, this is where it crosses over the tunnel entrance, and I'm okay with that. And then it bears around and into the start square, so you can get straight on doing sort of train type things. And the catenaries are all good. There's no straddling of the lines. Although I'm gonna have to show this. I think is there's quite a few catenaries in like little zones here, so we're not straddling the lines. But look how close. In fact, we've got two right on top of each other here. And let's have a quick look at nodes. It's just the one node there. So we can move it apart, or we can move it together and see if we can glitch them in together. Yeah, we can glitch them in together. So that cleans that one up. I mean, there's plenty more to be done if you want perfect catenaries, but yeah, it just goes a little bit. It just goes a little. Like down here, we've got, well, 5 in the space of no distance at all there. Down to the big bridge, which is triple tier, and it's a big bridge. Oh man, this is a big bridge. Yeah, it's a little bit on the ugly side, but we don't have any pillar issues. Nothing is clipping through the highway or the rail, and I'm okay with that. It doesn't lead anywhere particular apart from just a potential secondary start location. Rail goes down here and then heads off towards the edge of the map. So right, we'll be taking an intermission. When we come back, do you think they'll be shipping on this route? We'll be doing some deconstructing of that dam. This is like a long old crawl to the edge of the map. We could fade to black now and nobody would know any difference. That's such a long way to the edge of the map. But then this is deep in fog, so who cares? I don't, that's for sure.
Do your bridges look like the game's AI has gone on holiday? Would you like vanilla bridges to be proud of? Then you need the beginner's guide to perfect bridges by BonBonB. Click the information button below.
And so back to Two Peaks Vanilla by Random 5 and the shipping routes. And we have a shipping route that goes all the way down this non-dammed up side of the river network, goes through the middle of the bridges, and so that's all very clean and tidy work there, through the big bridge like that, and then off into what would be the fog. Water flow, I think I can see some water arrows going on here, so this is a good thing, although strictly speaking we don't need them. Let's show you this. So we've got power and water there, and that is coming down from the industrial dam. There it is. Follow it all. So we've got power and water to get started if that is what you want. Can't grumble about that at all either. Okay, now let's have a look at the topography. We have got these rather striking looking hills which are taken from the Alps or something according to the description, and they are very striking. We've got sitting opposite each other. So these are obviously the two peaks with all these veins going on them, and that's okay. But I'm just a little confused as to how the topography would be so different from everything else. All the rest of it is just very ordinary looking hills, and I'm okay with them. They just stand out by being so very different, and I don't understand why they would be. So anyway, we got that. I saw something on the top here. What was this? Oh, hello. Now, this is like the Angel of the North. That's a UK landmark. Do a little Google on that one. Angel of the North, picnic area, more garbage. Did tell you there's a lot of fly tipping going on here. It's more fly tipping. Oh, I don't know, but yes, it's unusual. I think it's a very cheap concrete Angel of the North. Right, what more have we got today then? If we head down this way, we've got plenty of build space. I mean, let's face it. You're not going to struggle for build space. You can have a big old city going on in there. You can spread it up both of the river valleys, and that would be great. Now, yesterday's castle was absolutely amazing. If some of the detailing was slightly out, today's, well, it just looks very vanilla in comparison. It's just very ordinary, doesn't it? Little things like these farms. These farms are really square. Now, I feel that the farmers would have used up every last bit of soil that they've got available, like in here and across the top there. But no, we haven't. We've just got very ordinary farms there. But to give Random 5 their due, while it doesn't look as exciting a castle, look at the placement of the doors. Look at the placement of the door on that tower as well. It's all very accessible. And we've got good work with the way it's connected up, without the walls running through the towers. So there's plenty of good work going on in there. It's just that the aesthetic choice just doesn't work as well as yesterday. Yes, if you've not seen yesterday's show, go check out yesterday's castle. It was a beauty. Okay, back to the river. Some river detailing along here with the gravel, which almost works down here. Just I feel that would be washed away. Okay, it's I don't mind it. It's a good effort, but I feel that would be washed downstream pretty quickly. I'm not sure where all the gravel's coming from because you've got the dammed up bit here as well. Okay, shall we have a look at this dam? I've been kind of leading up to it. Let's start over this side where we have everybody's favourite factories. 3 of them clipped in together very neatly. And then we have this part. Now this is very nice. From this side, this looks absolutely amazing. I love this. Random 5, hear this? I love this. The other side kind of lets itself down with the water physics. I just don't see how the water is supposed to be feeding through this. If these green things are sort of like the water's supposed to be going underneath it or around the sides of it, or is it supposed to be going over it? I don't know. I can't work this out. Whatever it is, it just doesn't look right to me. So, yeah, let down by the water physics. I'm sure that didn't happen on your PC, but that's how it's happening on mine. Down here we have a tunnel going into the big old dam, and how vehicles are supposed to get in and out over that ridge there, I don't know. But pointing out the little things like that make the show what it is, obviously. Then we got this. How was this dam put together? Now this is pretty magnificent, if not pretty. I mean, it's not a pretty thing, is it? But it is, obviously we have the water pumping going on there, but let's see what we've got that makes this thing come together. Right, move it, and we'll grab one of these. And that is a machine gun post. Yep, a machine gun post raised to an incredible height, and it's been clad by pillars, standard vanilla pillars there as well. Obviously all of this is vanilla. So yes, we'll pop these back and pop you back. So that's how those was put together, the basics of the building. But the chimneys are actually the towers, the medieval style castle towers, if I can grab hold of them. I'm having trouble grabbing hold of these. There's obviously so many things down here. But yes, there you go, there's another one, that's 3 of them. So yes, put together to make these perfectly finished chimneys, all clipped together. That's very nicely done. And obviously with the steam spawners sat in there to work as smoke, which pretty much almost lines up, almost. And over here another. I like this. I like the idea, and it's just got a real industrial vibe to it. Yeah, credit for that. Anyway, what do you think of this map? Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We use it at the end of the month for the Viewers' Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. What do I think? Oh, I like this dam. I just don't think that the map is going to make it into that top 10. But you can prove me wrong. It's your vote, not mine. Aesthetically, overall, the map is okay. It's fine. It's not ugly in any way, shape or form. It's got some interesting design aesthetics with the 2 different styles of hills that I don't really buy into, but I don't think it really drops it into 4 stars. So, into 4 stars, into 2 stars. It's a 3-star map. Detailing on the whole is fine. I quite like the dam. I don't know if the dam quite sells me up to a 4th star across the map as a whole though. So while the dam is probably 4 stars just about, it's a 3-star map for detail. And for gameplay potential, I'm going down the middle again. 3 stars is perfectly fine. I can't see any reason why you wouldn't want to play it. I just can see many reasons why you might choose another map instead. So 3 stars, if you play it, you'll be happy. And if you choose not to play it, you won't mind either. 2 Peaks Vanilla by Random 5. That is a map with a very industrial looking dam on it. That's the only way to put it really. It's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's definitely not Random 5's best map. They have got some good quality maps up there. That one is... I'm just messing around, I feel, with the vanilla tools to see what they could produce, and it was workable. Anyway, thanks for watching, for commenting, for liking, and for subscribing. Join me tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series, and hopefully by the end of the weekend, the procedural object tutorial will be out. I've been BonBonB, and I'll see you tomorrow.